Hi friends and welcome back. Today I am here with my very special Kaz and we are here to tell you guys about how we potty trained him in just about 3 days. So there were 3 main reasons why I thought that he was ready to start potty training. The first one was that he was actually telling me before he had to go number 2. Second one is that he was hiding when he was going number 2. And then the third reason that I thought or knew that he was ready to start potty training is that he was fighting me basically every time that we had to change his diaper. He just hated getting his diaper changed. That's why we started. So I will say that all kids are different and all kids are going to show different signs and all kids are going to be ready at different ages. Just because my not even 2.5-year-old was ready now, it doesn't mean that your 2.5-year-old is ready now, or maybe your 1.5-year-old is ready, or maybe your 3.5-year-old is ready. All kids are different, and as a parent you'll see the signs and you'll figure it out. And if you start potty training and it doesn't work quite as you plan, you can always just start over later when they're a little bit older, when they're a little bit more ready. Again, they're all different. And also, just because this worked for us doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to work for you, but hopefully our experience will help your potty training journey. So I do want to say that we chose to do a reward system for potty training. Our reward system, well, we did 3 main rewards for every time that he used the potty. One was obviously praise, like so much praise and partying, and we have like a song, and we just got so excited to make sure that he was like so pumped at the fact that he had gone that he would want to do that again. The second is that we chose to give him M&Ms, and so we would give him some of those as incentive if he actually made it into the potty. And then we had a sticker chart. So we just got random stickers from the grocery store, and on a piece of construction paper, I just drew out some lines and just let him put a sticker on. So he would go, we would praise, do the dance, he would get his M&Ms, he would get a sticker. It was like a whole thing. He was so excited. So that worked really well for us. So now I'll go a little bit more into detail about how the days went and how those 3 days went. The day before, or a couple of days before, I tried to get him really excited about beginning the process, and so I pulled out all the underwear that I had. I showed him all the characters and he was just excited. We talked about him growing up and getting big. Ever since he became a big brother, the whole idea of being big and strong and like being the older one has been a really exciting thought in his head. And so I really wanted to like pump that up and tell him all about how exciting it was that he was going to be a big boy and that he was going to go pee-pee in the potty and no more diapers, and get him excited about all that. I got him excited about the underwear, getting to wear underwear, and I even let him put one on and walk around the house for a while, and he was really excited. So I think that helped a lot. Now the first day that we actually started potty training, it was a little bit of a learning curve, but not just for him, but for me also, because one, I had no idea how often he was actually peeing or how much he was, and also like when he was. And so it was difficult for me to set like a schedule, I guess, for when I should like sit him in the potty, because again, I had no idea how often he was going. And then a learning curve for him because he was trying to, I guess, figure out how it feels to have to go before you have to go and be able to let me know. And hard for me to explain to him, hey, you're going to have a feeling down there before you go, let me know. So that was a little bit confusing for both of us. So what I did is I set a timer to go off every 10 minutes, and I put baby gates up in just his bedroom, and to make sure that we stayed contained and that he wasn't running around the house if for some reason I was breastfeeding or doing something else with the baby. Oh, thank you. So we made sure to stay confined in one room. We started in his bedroom, but eventually moved everywhere in the house, but just I still made sure to baby gate us into one room so that it would be easy for me to really be able to see him. And I set a timer every 10 minutes, and I set him down in the potty, and I just got him excited and I said, hey, we're gonna try and go pee-pee in the potty. And then I made sure that I asked him every time, like, hey, where does the pee-pee go? And then you would say, what? Where does the pee-pee go?
Potty.
In the potty, that's right. Hey, take this off.
You don't need that. You don't need that.
So that's something else that we repeated over and over. Where does pee-pee go? Because you need to let me know because you're not wearing a diaper. Because pee-pee goes where?
Potty.
In the potty, that's right. So we did that all day. I set an alarm. It went off. We tried. Thank you, honey. We tried every time the alarm went off. I was just like, okay, time to try again. He did maybe a couple of times. Like, it wasn't super successful, but he also didn't have any accidents. He just, I guess, just didn't go that much. I thought for some reason that he would like, pee a lot all day, but he didn't. So that was day one. A little bit of a kind of a disaster, but not really because there weren't really any accidents. He peed, like I said, a few times in the toilet, which was really exciting. We made a big deal out of it. And then he peed in his diaper during nap time and then during bedtime as well. Which, of course, I did put him in diaper for those times because you never know. Especially being the first day, like obviously a kid can't control that then. So on day two, because I had learned from day one that he wasn't actually peeing that often, I set my alarm every hour instead of every 10 minutes. And I was a little bit more aware of what it looked like when he had to go. Like how he would close his legs a little tighter or like start hiding, and seeing little signs in him that were showing me that he had to go. So day two we set an alarm, and I also was able to pay close attention, like catch him before he went. I believe we had like one accident where he told me he had to go, but like as he was going, it was to be expected to have accidents, so I wasn't really too worried about it. So on day three, I didn't actually set a timer anymore. I realized that I was getting pretty good at noticing when he had to go, and he was starting to get really good at telling me either yes or no when I asked him if he had to go. He didn't necessarily come and tell me, hey mom, I have to pee, or like pee or poop or anything like that. But if I asked him, he would say yes or no. And if he said no, he really didn't have to go. And if he said yes, he really did. Sorry about the weird position here. So we didn't set a timer anymore. I just went with visual cues and with his answers. Day four, something just clicked on day four, and that's why I'm saying like he just potty trained in 3 days, because on day four he started telling me every time that he had to go. Day four was the first time that he actually went number two, and that was a little bit of a battle because he was scared to sit down on the potty. I think he was a little bit constipated, and so like it was hurting him and he didn't want to sit down, but he did it. Then he didn't, that same day he didn't pee in his diaper and during nap time, and he didn't pee that night in his diaper at all. So of course I was really excited. I thought that it was like a fluke, that he just like randomly that day he just didn't pee at all in his diaper, nap, or bedtime. And but that was it. Ever since that day he has it. He tells me every time he has to go. He has not peed in his diaper during nap time. He has not peed in his diaper through the night. In fact, 2 different nights he actually woke up around 1 to 2 in the morning and woke me up, told me he had to go potty. He went potty, went right back to sleep. I still am putting him in a diaper for bedtime. Although for nap time, honestly, I forget most of the time, so we haven't really been doing that. And I'm kind of trusting it now. It's been not even a full month yet, but because he just hasn't had any accidents, and it seems like it has clicked, that he now realizes how it feels before he has to go and how he doesn't want to be wet, that I don't know, even in his sleep it's clicked. So like I said, it's been almost a month now, and he's potty trained. He's done it. Again, I will mention that all kids are different. Everybody's learning curve is going to be different. This just happened to click really well for him. I think the excitement of becoming big was a huge deal for him because, again, since he became a big brother he has taken so much pride in being the big one, and I think that that really clicked with him. Another thing too was the praise. My camera just cut me off. It just randomly turned off, so I don't know what sentence I was at, but so if you guys get anything out of this video, hopefully some of the things that I have done will help you or give you some sort of idea on how you want to potty train. But if you get anything out of this video, I want you to get these two pieces of advice that I have that I think are staples for potty training for everyone. And that is, number one, don't expect perfection. Don't expect not to have accidents. Don't expect your kid to just get it right away. It's going to be a learning curve. They've never done it before. They've never had to think about what they have to do before they go potty, if that makes any sense. So don't expect perfection, and most importantly, like I said, if you get anything at all out of this video, the most important thing when you are potty training is do not get mad or upset at your baby when they have an accident or when they don't do things perfect. When, if it like happens to like spill, or if it gets on your expensive furniture or your expensive rug. If you have things that are expensive you don't want peed on, just move those things out of the way while you're potty training, because there are going to be accidents and there is going to be a mess. And your baby's learning, and getting mad or upset at your baby, all it's going to do is just scare them into not wanting to tell you when they have to pee or not wanting to potty train at all. If they see that you're really calm and that it's okay, then it's not a big deal. Then again, they're just learning. They're babies. They've never had to do this before. And maybe it'll click right away, maybe it won't. Be patient with your baby, and that's it. I think that's all I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully my potty training tips, I guess, will help your potty training with your baby. If you have any questions, or if there's anything that I maybe like skipped over too fast that you want to know more detail about, make sure you leave that in the comments below, and subscribe if you don't want to miss our next video. If you want to hit the bell, it'll notify you, or it's supposed to anyways. So hit that, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and have a good day.
Bye.